Guys, welcome to Be Different. My quest for coffee has brought me to Indonesia, a country of coffee lovers and usually ignored. But here, while I roamed in the city of Jakarta, I found that the Indonesians have a great passion for coffee, which brought me to this wonderful coffee place where they roast and let you choose your bean and give you a coffee cup of your liking. So saying that, this is Bayu.
Hi.
He's the head roaster here, and he was kind enough to give us 10 minutes of his important schedule and tell us a little bit about the culture of coffee in Indonesia. Hey Bayu, how you doing?
I'm fine, I'm good. How are you?
All right. So Bayu, tell us a bit about yourself before we dwell into the coffee culture of Indonesia.
Sure. So I started my career as a part-time barista back in 2014.
Wow.
So at first I think it was my stepping stones as for my career. But fortunately, it became one of my foundations.
Okay.
Stones. So I do not plan to be as a barista for as long as my career, but I think that the job behind the desk does not suit me. So I like to meet people, I like to talk to them, I like to serve them coffee and many more. So I chose this job as a barista. And then I was deployed here at the Espresso Embassy as a store manager actually.
Okay.
But it was easier to find another store manager than to find a roaster. So my employer talked to me and then asked me, would you like to become a roaster here? And then I said yes. I started roasting here back in January. And then up until now, all of the roasted coffee is from my hands.
Amazing. And I can tell you guys, his coffee is just fantastic. All right. So, for the interest of our viewers, could you shed some light on the coffee culture and how coffee came into existence in Indonesia? What's the history? And is it the most favored drink in Indonesia?
So actually the culture of people in Indonesia is not coffee itself, okay? It's hanging out with coffee.
Okay.
So I call you, bro, let's hang out in this shop, okay?
Yeah.
And then we can order some coffee.
Yeah.
So the culture is hang out. But the coffee came because their father taught them to drink coffee. They saw their parents drinking coffee,
Okay.
and then they'll try the coffee, and then after became a culture, it became a habit, and after becoming a habit, it became a trend. Just like now, so every day, almost everyone in Indonesia kickstart their day with coffee.
Wow.
Okay? Coffee with milk and palm sugar is their favorite drink up until now.
Amazing.
And then train came out. Train coming in, of course. Mocktails, coffee mocktails, and then also for me, trend is like a spiral thing. It goes back to where it begins. So as of right now, Indonesia coffee trend is called Magic. Have you tried Magic?
Yeah, I did. It was amazing. So, guys, there's a coffee called Magic, developed in Indonesia. Yeah, fantastic coffee. You should definitely try it when you come to Indonesia. Ask for Magic. Okay. Now, saying that, how many cups of coffee on an average do you think an Indonesian coffee lover has?
So I think per person can get maximum 4 cups of coffee in one day.
Okay.
Coffee, morning coffee,
Yeah.
after lunch coffee,
Okay.
afternoon coffee, and then after dinner coffee. Even when the time Ramadan comes at sahur, they drink coffee.
Okay.
That
Lovely.
was amazing stuff. Yeah.
To keep you awake.
I don't know. Maybe they have some activities after sahur, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I myself didn't drink coffee
Okay.
at sahur.
Okay. And so coffee is obviously the most favorite drink for the Indonesians, I reckon.
I
So-
believe so.
What do you think in terms of the plantations? Does Indonesia grow a lot of coffee?
So Indonesia is one of the most exporter coffee, most producer and exporter. I think just behind Vietnam. So it's number 3, number 4 actually. Number one is Brazil. Number two is Colombia or Vietnam. I think I mixed up. But number four, I believe it was Indonesia. So the plantation is really big in Indonesia. Okay, you have so many regions from the northern part of Indonesia, like Sumatra, the western part of Indonesia, like Sumatra, and then to the eastern part of Indonesia, like Papua New Guinea. They also have coffee, and then the processor is also innovative about their products. They started experimenting in experimental process, like carbonic maceration, lactic wash, and many more.
Okay. And what are the different kinds of beans that are grown in Indonesia, and which has the highest market share?
Okay, the highest market share I believe is Arabica. Even though the largest some amount is Robusta.
Okay, okay, lovely. And you know, for viewers, those who don't know much about coffee, and what could be, all right, let me rephrase it. For the interest of the viewers, shed some light on specialty coffee. Coffee is not just going to the usual brands and having a coffee. There is something beyond that. So what is specialty coffee?
So for us Indonesian, we see specialty coffee as an artisan thing. Okay, barista are considered a higher profession in Indonesia, not just as low as a waiter. I don't say that waiter are these low professions, but barista is not a waiter anymore.
Yeah,
They gain a high rank.
It's a skill. It's a skill.
It's a set of skill that make you a higher rank. If you say as a youngster, what did you work as? I work as a barista. Oh, barista. Where is your workplace? I want to come by. I want to taste your coffee.
Okay.
And then it can make an interaction much more interesting with just coffee behind it.
yeah.
Okay, and then it can gain you a lot of special experience from drinking specialty coffee. So, I don't know. I think specialty coffee considered as a much more. How do I say it?
So do you think specialty coffee is on the palate of every Indonesian as compared to the commercial brands?
So they are growing steadily. Specialty coffee in Indonesia is growing steadily. Of course, there are some market shares that still drink commercial brand, commercial coffee, but specialty coffee is growing slowly but steadily. Goes into the heart of coffee lovers in Indonesia.
Okay, okay, fantastic. So another question in my mind, yeah. In Indonesia, guys, is a big country. It's spread out, a lot of islands.
Yeah.
How many islands in total?
I think around
More than
2,000 or 2,000.
Amazing. So that's a lot of islands to hop on to. Could you name some areas or regions where coffee is grown in Indonesia?
Of course, we can start from the western part, Sumatra,
Yeah.
Aceh, Bayu, and then it goes down into Lampung, and then we can go to western part of Java,
Yeah.
Bandung, and then we can go to the eastern part of Java, okay, Malang, and then we also have Bali coffee, we also have Toraja coffee in Sulawesi, and then we also have Papua coffee.
Okay. So which one is considered a very high quality bean?
Every region,
Being diplomatic.
every region has its own specialties.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But in general, the most eastern part of Indonesia produce more fruity coffee.
Okay.
So if you like to strong and bold coffee, you can go to Sumatra and Aceh.
Okay.
So
Nice.
it's kind of subjective in
Okay.
this part.
Amazing. So guys, that's our knowledge about a bit of Indonesia, a bit of coffee. And for those of you who would love to have a high grade specialty coffee, we from Be Different very soon would be launching our brand called Berbeda Beans, and it will specialize only in Indonesian specialty coffee. So stay tuned and wait for it, because that's getting launched in 2025. Bayu, thank you so much for your time. That was very informative for us and for our viewers. And I would say, guys, if you ever come down to Jakarta, do visit this place called Embassy Roasters or Espresso Embassy Coffee Roasters. And we're gonna give you a glimpse of this place so you understand how special and how professional these guys are and how passionate they are about their coffee business. Thank you so much. Until then, and take care, be safe, be good. Remember, be different because you deserve to be the best. Welcome to Espresso Embassy Roasters. Come on in. Oh man, that's an amazing cup of coffee in the morning.